sound of gunfire echoes among the misty mountains of the Victoria Highlands, and a massive black bear collapses to the ground. When you see these American black bears, never underestimate them. They're no joke. These creatures can weigh over 290 kilograms, stand as tall as a moving door, covered in thick fur and armed with razor-sharp claws. They are incredibly strong, solid as a tank. Just one swipe of those claws can break a horse's ribs as easily as snapping a dry branch. Their senses are extraordinary. Eyes as sharp as an eagle's, ears that can detect the faintest rustle in the trees, and a nose so sensitive that even your best hunting dog can't compete. They are true masters of the wilderness, living in harmony with nature's rhythm. Encountering a black bear isn't just dangerous, it's a test of nerves, skill, and respect for the wild. Even the most seasoned hunters, those who have roamed the forests for decades, know never to underestimate this formidable creature. In recent years, black bear populations have grown rapidly, and the consequences have become increasingly evident. Human-bear encounters are now more frequent and intense than ever before. Due to the growing influence of bears, state and local governments have intervened, introducing regulated hunting seasons to maintain ecological balance. The bear season usually begins when the forest leaves turn golden and crimson, from September to November. Many hunters use .30-06 or .30 Winchester Magnum rifles, powerful enough to bring down an adult bear from afar. But the challenge isn't just about firepower, it's about accuracy. Always use deep penetration rounds capable of passing through thick hide and fat. A missed shot can turn the hunter into the hunted. When stalking your prey, move slowly, steadily, and silently. Keep a minimum distance of 60 yards, about 55 meters, between you and the bear. Here, even the smallest mistake can come at a high price. A wounded bear can charge at nearly 50 kilometers per hour, attacking without hesitation. For the best shot, aim from 120 to 180 yards away. Tracking a bear through harsh wilderness can take hours, crossing fallen trees, frozen streams, and rocky slopes. Each year, Between 50,000 and 60,000 black bears are legally hunted across North America. Maine leads with about 3,500, followed by Pennsylvania with 3,000, and Wisconsin with 2,500. These numbers vary yearly, depending on regulations, conservation quotas, and ecosystem balance. But numbers tell only part of the story. Deep in the forest, many hunters still rely on their most loyal companions, their hunting dogs. These dogs are specially trained for endurance, bravery, and extraordinary scent detection. Their noses are said to be 100 times more sensitive than humans, able to detect a bear from over a kilometer away. Their mission is to track and corner the bear, forcing it to climb up a tree, usually an oak or pine between 12 and 18 meters tall, allowing the hunter to approach safely. This is a story about humans and the wilderness. It's not just about control, but about coexistence. What do you think of this regulated hunting method? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more authentic, rustic, and inspiring stories about the wild.
Deep in the northern forests of Maine, far from logging roads and summer cabins, black bears have become a destructive force that few rural families can withstand. In just one night, a single bear can ruin months of hard work, leaving families without food or income. It is no surprise that bears have gained a bad reputation in these regions. For generations, locals have tried everything: electric fences, barking dogs, noise-making devices, even relocation programs. Yet nothing seems strong enough to stop the remarkable power and resourcefulness of these animals. What was once an occasional nuisance has turned into a full-scale crisis, threatening the survival of entire communities. And the big question remains: how do you stop a predator like this? The forests of Maine have become a true testing ground, where skill matters more than firepower. Unlike rifle hunting, which offers safety through distance, bow hunting demands patience, stealth, and absolute precision. To succeed, hunters must move closer, and rely solely on their own abilities rather than the long reach of a bullet. Every second becomes tense when the margin for error is measured in only a few meters. In this rugged wilderness, where bears weigh from 90 to over 180 kilograms, preparation is essential. Hunters need more than proper gear. They need courage, focus, and mental endurance. Facing one of North America's most formidable predators at close range requires calmness, steady hands, and deep respect for the wild. The way the forest responds to you can decide the success or failure of an entire hunt. Seasonal hunters often favor compound bows for their accuracy, smooth draw, and sheer power. A draw weight of 60 to 70 pounds, about 27 to 31 kilograms, is considered ideal, strong enough to bring down a fully grown bear. In Maine's dense forests, hunters rarely take long-distance shots. Most opportunities occur at close range, typically from 15 to 30 yards, about 1.5 to 2.7 meters, sometimes feeling more like a face-to-face encounter than a chase. Although a bear's nose can detect scents from far away, its eyesight is less sharp, giving hunters a narrow window to approach. Even so, precision remains the top priority. A poorly placed arrow not only loses the opportunity, but can also lead to a long and dangerous pursuit deep into the wilderness. But accuracy alone is not enough. Training under pressure is just as important, because nothing compares to the moment a black bear suddenly appears at extremely close range. In that instant, calmness and sharp focus determine success or failure. In Maine, baiting remains one of the most common, legal, and effective methods for bow hunting bears. Properly placed bait stations create predictable movement paths, giving hunters ideal shooting angles. And of course, safety must always come first. Black bears are not usually aggressive, but a startled or wounded bear can become unpredictable. They can sprint at over 48 kilometers per hour, climb trees with ease, and strike with sharp claws. That is why hunters must stay alert at all times. Imagine standing just a few meters from a massive, fierce bear. How would you feel? We would love to hear your thoughts. Leave your comment below. And if this story interests you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more hunting adventures from around the world.
In 2017, many African cities were suddenly gripped by an unprecedented wave of fear. Lions, once rulers of the open plains, stormed into urban areas, carrying with them the raw fury of the wild. I witnessed gaunt, desperate predators silently prowling the streets before lunging at livestock with savage force. Even more terrifying, their hunger didn't stop there. People themselves became targets. From Kenya to Tanzania and down to South Africa, a string of attacks erupted, their roars echoing through the heart of bustling cities. In just 1 year, 15 incidents shook entire communities, plunging them into a state of panic. To confront the threat, authorities turned to the Maasai's centuries-old lion hunting tradition, a practice deeply rooted in their way of life. For the Maasai, hunting lions is not just about survival, it's a sacred rite of passage into manhood. Young warriors face the mighty predator armed with nothing more than a spear and raw courage. Bringing down a lion earns them not only the respect of their community but also the lion's mane, an enduring symbol of honor and pride. Today, lion hunting still takes place, but it comes with extreme danger. In Limpopo, South Africa, or the Selous Reserve in Tanzania, every hunt requires an official permit. Anything outside designated areas is illegal and severely punished. A hunting party must include at least 3 people, because their opponent is no ordinary predator. It is the true king of the wild. With razor-sharp fangs, a lion can bring down prey in a matter of seconds if caught off guard. And when its chilling roar erupts from the thicket, it's more than a warning, it's a declaration of dominance. In this deadly game, a single mistake can turn the hunter into the hunted. In Zimbabwe, where the sun scorches the land, lions lie hidden in the thickets, blending into the dry savanna. With temperatures soaring above 95 degrees Fahrenheit, the air grows heavy, and even the rustle of leaves sends chills down your spine. Hunting here is among the most expensive in the world, costing up to $70,000. Only hunters with more than a decade of experience are allowed to join, as they must read every track, heed every roar, and understand the hunting instincts of the king itself. Beyond the danger, that fee also supports conservation efforts, helping maintain the fragile balance between humans and the wild. Leading the hunt is a seasoned guide who has faced lions more than 250 times. In his hands is a powerful blazer rifle, loaded with .500 nitro express rounds and fitted with a solar-powered red dot sight, a weapon built to stop a charging lion from over 200 yards away. But the path ahead is anything but easy. Soft sand swallows every step, the blazing sun scorches the body, and thick brush gives the predator perfect cover. After more than 4 hours tracking its trail, the tension grows unbearable. Surviving such a challenge demands meticulous preparation. Communication gear must work flawlessly, and camouflage clothing can't reflect the slightest glimmer of light. Because with its sharp eyes, a lion needs only one small slip to spot its target and turn the hunter into the hunted. The final gunshot echoed across the dry savanna, marking the end of a tense showdown between man and lion. For the hunter, that victory was more than just bringing down a fierce predator. It was proof of courage and a defining milestone in his hunting career. This journey has given us a dramatic look at the battle of wits between humans and lions, the very symbol of Africa's strength. Behind every hunt lies courage, patience, and the unyielding desire to conquer the wild. So what about you? If you were in that situation, would you have the courage to face the king of the savannah? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next thrilling videos. Along the desolate floodplains of the Sepik River, cut off from the modern world, a deadly threat lurks: crocodiles stalking every small village. They strike under the cover of night, tearing through pig pens, snatching chickens and ducks, even ambushing farmers waiting by the shallows. Just one attack can wipe out a family's entire food supply. Canoes are overturned, children no longer dare to swim, and once rich taro fields now lie abandoned as irrigation ditches turn into deadly traps. Villagers build bamboo fences, set traps, and light fires through the night, yet nothing stops these cunning predators. Faced with such relentless danger, hunting seems like the only option left. Stay with us to see how the locals fight back against these ferocious beasts. Hidden beneath the murky waters of the Sepik River, massive crocodiles lie in silent wait. Their rough, scaly backs drift on the surface like rotting logs. Masters of camouflage, they can stay motionless for hours, ready to launch a sudden strike. Many grow over 15 feet long, weighing nearly half a ton, with jaws strong enough to crush bone in an instant. For the people living along the riverbanks, these predators are a constant threat. Facing them takes courage and hard-earned skill, because a single mistake could be the end. To take on such a beast, hunters need rifles that are both powerful and precise. A crocodile's back is armored with rock-hard scales that can deflect weaker bullets with ease. Using a small-caliber gun isn't just useless, it can enrage the animal and trigger a deadly charge. That's why heavy rounds like the .375 H&H Magnum, .416 Rigby, or .458 Winchester Magnum are considered the top choices. They deliver immense stopping power, strong enough to punch through the croc's thick hide and strike its vital organs. However, the real key isn't the size of the rifle. It's whether the bullet hits the vital spot. Against a giant crocodile, a missed shot can spell disaster. The brain and spine are the critical targets, but they're tiny and well protected, demanding steady aim under extreme pressure. Only a perfectly placed bullet, just behind the eye or at the base of the skull, can bring the beast down instantly before it slips back into the depths. Timing is just as crucial in the hunt. Dawn and dusk are when crocodiles reveal themselves most often, sometimes crawling ashore to bask, other times drifting quietly on the surface as the sun sets. A hunter must learn that rhythm, patiently watching every move and habit tied to the hours of the day. Only by understanding these patterns can they choose the safest and most effective way to strike. Closing in on a crocodile is a true test of patience and restraint. On the stifling, overgrown Sepik River, every step and every breath has to be measured with care. These predators can sense even the slightest movement in the water. Just a small splash or a clumsy stroke of the paddle is enough to send them slipping into the murky depths, leaving nothing behind but the hunter's frustration. Hunting crocodiles is unlike chasing any other animal. They're not only deadly in the water, but also terrifyingly fast on land. From what looks like a calm riverbank, a croc can suddenly lunge forward, covering an unbelievable distance with bone-crushing force. That's why hunters must always keep a safe distance and never underestimate the lightning speed of these predators.
As its jaws have an advanced structure that allows it to catch its prey and not escape from it. The strength of its jaws helps it tear the flesh of prey and break bones with ease.
On a crocodile hunt, having a backup shooter is absolutely essential, since the first shot doesn't always bring the beast down. A boat gives hunters mobility and some protection, but even there, one violent tail strike or sudden lunge can flip it in an instant. That's why every member of the team must stay on high alert, because a single moment of carelessness could cost them their lives. Few realize that behind the hunts on the Sepik River lies a deep cultural tradition spanning centuries. For the local tribes, crocodiles are more than just dangerous predators. They symbolize power, strength, and spiritual connection. Their presence is etched into wooden carvings, marked in ceremonial scars on the skin, and preserved through countless ancestral rituals. The hunt on the Sepik River reveals not only the raw brutality of nature, but also the deep cultural ties between people and crocodiles. It's a perilous journey, where every moment is charged with tension. What about you? If you came face to face with such a fearsome predator, would you stand your ground or back away? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the channel so you won't miss the next thrilling story.
The rifle cracks. A bobcat falls to the ground. Yes, this sight is far from uncommon across the United States. In rural areas, predators like the bobcat pose a serious threat to farmers. They lurk around barns and fields, sneak into coops, and prey on poultry and livestock. The economic damage is estimated to reach millions of dollars each year. To protect their livelihoods, many farmers and hunters are left with no choice but to take up arms and hunt them down. The bobcat is a highly adaptable species, thriving in a wide range of environments, from dense forests and rocky mountains to plateaus and open plains. Hunting them requires a complex set of skills, tracking across rugged terrain, deep understanding of their behavior, and precise, humane marksmanship. It is truly a test for any hunter.
Yeah. Hey. First bobcat. First ever bobcat.
When a bobcat climbs a tree, the challenge becomes even greater. Hunters must aim with extreme precision, often targeting weak points to ensure a quick, clean kill and preserve the value of the pelt. Across vast plains, hunting methods vary. Hunters use binoculars to scan the landscape, searching for the slightest movement that might reveal a bobcat's presence. Once spotted, they must quickly estimate distance and take the shot. Yet, seasoned hunters rarely rush. They wait patiently for the bobcat to pause or turn sideways, the perfect moment to fire.
It was freaking awesome.
Bobcat hunting is considered both thrilling and demanding, appealing to both young and experienced hunters. The intelligence and cunning of this feline make each chase intense and unpredictable. Success relies not only on marksmanship but also on calmness and wise decision-making. A single mistake and the bobcat vanishes without a trace.
Come.
In the United States, bobcat hunting is strictly regulated. Anyone wishing to hunt must complete firearm safety and hunting ethics courses before receiving a license. The minimum age is typically 18. An experienced hunter may take down 1 to 2 cats per day on average, though this depends on terrain, weather, and population density. In addition to firearms, trapping bobcats is also an effective method. Hunters often use medium-sized steel traps with enough force to hold the animal securely without damaging the skin. To set traps effectively, they choose locations frequently visited by bobcats. When setting traps, rubber gloves are used to avoid leaving human scent, and traps are covered with dry leaves or twigs. Bait typically includes fresh meat, bird feathers, rabbit, fish, or scent-mixed bait. Traps should be checked every 8 to 12 hours, preferably in the early morning. Regardless of purpose, hunting, research, or population control, traps should never be placed near residential areas or paths used by people. While hunting is seen as an effective control measure, many experts warn it's not a long-term solution. Nevertheless, the U.S. government continues to view regulated hunting as a key part of wildlife management, allowing hunters to play an active role in controlling invasive species. And you, what do you think? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories about wildlife and the wonders of nature.
In the bob.
Grain field yak.
On the rugged mountain ranges of Montana, where dense forests blend with highland meadows and winding river valleys, wild bears roam freely through the majestic wilderness. Though they symbolize strength and freedom of this land, their increasing numbers have brought growing concerns. Bears often break into farmers' homes, destroy livestock feed, and rummage through garbage, causing significant property damage each year and sometimes creating dangerous situations for both humans and animals alike. Faced with this reality, the question arises: how can local residents protect their livelihoods while ensuring safety for both the community and the bears? Wild bears are among the most iconic and formidable animals in North America, and Montana is one of their ideal habitats. Amid thick pine forests, towering Rocky Mountains, and vast river valleys, two main species dwell here: the black bear and the larger, more powerful North American grizzly bear. An adult male grizzly can weigh from 180 to 350 kilograms, while black bears usually weigh around 70 to 220 kilograms. Being omnivores, they feed on berries, roots, fish, insects, and even large prey. Thanks to vast wilderness areas like Glacier National Park and the Bob Marshall Wilderness Complex, bear populations in Montana thrive, making this state both a paradise for nature lovers and a challenging test for seasoned hunters. To hunt wild bears in Montana, hunters must carry not only large caliber rifles, usually .300 Winchester Magnum or .338, but also bear spray for protection. Approaching a bear lying down is the most dangerous moment of the hunt, as even when injured, a bear can still attack with tremendous force. For this reason, hunters usually wait a few minutes after firing before moving closer. Bear hunting requires meticulous planning, specialized equipment, and absolute respect for the animal. The hunting seasons generally occur in spring and autumn, depending on the region and species. The most common method, spot and stalk, spotting from a distance on open fields or hillsides, then quietly closing in. Some areas allow baiting, but in Montana, it is completely prohibited for ethical and ecological reasons. Therefore, hunters must rely on natural terrain and an understanding of bear behavior. Shots are often taken from over 200 yards away, demanding intense focus and high shooting accuracy. The challenges of bear hunting in Montana go far beyond finding the prey. Bears have a sense of smell 7 times stronger than that of hunting dogs, capable of detecting humans from more than a mile away. Rugged mountains, unpredictable weather, and thick brush make the journey even more grueling. A sudden snowstorm in late September or early October can quickly erase all tracks, forcing hunters to adapt swiftly. Moreover, identifying the right target is crucial. Hunting grizzly bears without a special federal permit is illegal. Montana law also requires all hunters to bring the black bear meat for inspection within 10 days after harvest. Pre-season scouting plays a vital role, helping hunters understand the terrain, identify feeding areas, and plan safe retrieval routes. Respecting private property boundaries and holding valid permits are mandatory. For out-of-state visitors, bear hunting licenses can cost several $100s.
Oh yeah, keep it coming.
These factors make wild bear hunting in Montana not merely a hunt, but a true test of skill, endurance, and respect for the wild. If you are a Montanan standing before the challenge of pursuing one of North America's most formidable predators, do you have the courage to pull the trigger? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to follow for more stories of hunting, adventure, and survival in the far reaches of the wild.
Congratulations, Doug.
Thanks very much.
For decades, studies on wildlife in Zimbabwe have shown that the number of African lions in the wild has been seriously declining due to habitat loss and illegal hunting. However, in some managed areas such as Wang and Save Valley, lion populations are recovering thanks to conservation programs combined with regulated hunting activities. The Zimbabwean government allows controlled lion hunting to maintain ecological balance and generate revenue for conservation efforts. At dawn on the grasslands of Wang, where the morning mist covers the dry acacia trees, a group of hunters and local guides begin their adventurous lion hunt. They travel by pickup truck to the licensed area, carrying weapons, binoculars, and GPS devices. The footprints of a male lion pressed into the sand signal the presence of the king of the savannah nearby. After hours of tracking, the team spots an adult lion nearly 120 centimeters tall, its golden mane gleaming under the African sun. Relying on experience and the direction of the wind, they approach carefully, avoiding any noise that might alert the lion. When the distance narrows to a few dozen meters, the veteran hunter takes precise aim, bringing the tense encounter to a silent conclusion. Each hunting trip is not only a physical challenge but also an opportunity for hunters to share skills in tracking, observation, and handling dangerous situations. Team spirit is reflected in each quiet step and every hand signal. In the harsh wilderness, patience and coordination determine the difference between success and peril. Protective headphones, long-range binoculars, and GPS devices are essential tools to ensure safety and minimize the impact on other species in the area. In Zimbabwe, lion hunting is only permitted with valid licenses issued by the Wildlife Management Authority. Each year, only about 50 to 70 lions are allowed to be hunted, mostly older or aggressive individuals. Hunting fees, sometimes reaching tens of thousands of USD, are used to support local communities and maintain conservation work. The hunting season usually lasts from June to September, during the dry period when lion tracks are easier to detect. Guides and rangers closely monitor every expedition to ensure all regulations are followed. Although it brings economic benefits and supports conservation, lion hunting remains controversial. Animal protection organizations argue that gunfire disrupts ecosystems, disturbs the food chain, and breaks pride structures. Moreover, shell casings and waste from hunting can pollute the soil and water, threatening other species. Therefore, the Zimbabwean government is tightening surveillance, using GPS and camera monitoring to control hunting activities while promoting lion-watching tourism, a form of photo hunting that offers profit and protects nature sustainably. If you find the story of lion hunting in Zimbabwe exciting and full of adventure, press like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to continue exploring thrilling survival journeys in the wild.
He's going in.
Let's go back to 1992, when black bears across the United States were on the brink of extinction. Their numbers had declined so severely that many biologists feared one day black bears would exist only in memories and old photographs. Yet, the resilient survivors wrote one of nature's most remarkable recovery stories. Thanks to their extraordinary adaptability and endurance, they have returned stronger than ever before. Today, the black bear population has rebounded to nearly 700,000 individuals, most of them roaming freely through the vast forests of North America. However, this success story is not without its challenges. As their numbers continue to rise, they bring new difficulties for farmers and communities living near the woods. To address this situation, wildlife experts and hunting communities have joined forces to find a balance between conservation and population management. One of the oldest and most respected methods is bow hunting, a tradition deeply rooted in Native American culture. For them, hunting was never a sport, it was a vital part of survival. It is the art of patience, discipline, and precision. A bow hunting trip begins long before the first arrow is released. Hunters spend days, even weeks, scouting, tracking, and preparing. They observe national forests and state reserves, searching for signs of bear activity such as tracks, claw marks, droppings, or overturned logs, all valuable clues. Understanding a bear's habits and behavior is the key to approaching it undetected. Black bears possess an incredible sense of smell, able to detect human scent from miles away. Therefore,
Many
hunters must be absolutely cautious. Every movement must be deliberate, every step intentional. They learn to blend into the forest, silent and invisible, like a shadow. When the bear finally appears, often within 20 to 40 yards, every sense of the hunter sharpens to the fullest. One careless mistake, and all effort is lost. Meanwhile, rifle hunting remains a popular choice for many outdoor enthusiasts across the United States. With its long range, accuracy, and power, the rifle allows hunters to act from a safer distance, minimizing the risk of close encounters. Using a firearm is not just about skill, it also requires deep knowledge of safety, law, and hunting ethics. Each hunter must hold a valid license, follow strict state regulations, and choose a rifle suited to their abilities. Popular calibers such as .30-06, .338, and .300 Winchester Magnum are favored for their balance of range, precision, and strength. Yet, whether one uses a bow or a rifle, the most important element remains calmness and respect for life. A clean, precise shot is a reflection of honor toward the animal and nature itself. So, what do you think? Is hunting still an essential part of responsible wildlife management, or should we move toward more humane alternatives? If you love authentic stories about nature, real-life journeys filled with challenge and emotion, don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts below. I would love to hear your perspective, because every idea and every story helps us better understand the fragile yet profound bond between humans and the wild.